First Osceola, big boy.
First Osceola. Got set up in figure 8 field right there on the corner of some palmettos, and sat there for a little while, and finally had a hen come out. We watched her. She walked out and then got in the shade trees and stayed gone for a little while, then circled back around, and then walked right by us at like, I don't know, 12 yards. And she was calling the whole time and
she was looking for
show.
Yeah, she was looking for that hen.
I mean, she put on a show for sure. And then a little while later, we had 2 strutters come out, and seen them for 15, 20 minutes maybe, and then they disappeared, walked back into the shade, and they was gone for probably 45 minutes.
Yeah, about 45.
Then one of them popped out a little closer than what they were when they walked in, and he stayed out there for a few minutes with his head ran up, and I think he was looking at the decoy that we had back behind us. I think he didn't like it, something was off with it, so he walked back into the shade trees, and we waited, I don't know, what was it, 10, 15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes, and I hit that glass call, that blue hammer glass call again, and it wasn't just a few minutes. Looked up, and they stepped out in the road.
And then they started coming down the road, and one was strutting, the other one wasn't, and he would be in full strut, and they'd stop for a minute, and then he'd walk 10 more yards and stop, start strutting, and a hen popped out way up the road behind them, and I was thinking they're going to turn around, they're going to walk away from us, and we ain't going to get to shoot one. And really thought that was what's going to happen, and sure enough, they just kept on coming on down the road, and that hen turned away from them and walked straight away from them, and 2 strutters come on down there, and he stopped at like 55 yards, and I was like, this is it. They're going to cut across the field in front of us to go to the decoy, or they're going to turn and walk away from us. And he strutted there for a few minutes and then broke, come on up, and Michael said, whenever you're ready, you can shoot them. And I was waiting. I had a limb in front of me that I couldn't get a good shot, and he got right there at like 35 yards. And I was about to, I said, all right, I'm ready. I'm about to pull the trigger. And Michael said, wait till his head pops up. So I was waiting on Michael to call and make his head pop up, and
oops.
I waited and waited, and he just kept on coming on by me. And I got all the way to the palmettos that was right next to me as far as I could swing over. And I'm like, it's now or never. And I mean, he was probably 20 yards, 15, 20 yards from me. And I shot, and as soon as I had a gun up, I shot, and I looked like this right here and pulled down. And I know I pulled my shot and shot him in the leg. He holds one leg up, comes running right to us, and my shell got hung up, so I racked it out of there, put another shell in there, and as he was running back across the road, I pulled up and shot him, and he went flopping. And
go jump on him.
First Osceola, and I was tore slap up, and I was happy to get one.
Boy, when he was coming up that road and that sun hit him when he got in those right spots, I mean, it lit him up. You got to see all the different colors and the iridescence, and I mean, it was beautiful. But I mean, patience. Oh. Patience paid off, because we sat there for 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours, and I mean, it wasn't the easiest, and the breeze was blowing, and you know, I tried different calls to, you know, and it seemed like that glass call was the one thing that we got the response from on anything. They never gobbled, but they knew there was supposed to be a hen up there, and they come looking for her.
Yeah, when you started using the blue hammer, he started raising up. They started looking, knowing that something was down there. So that was definitely the call that pierced their ear that they wanted to hear. So.
Yeah, and Mr. Tony Ryder put us in a great spot there on that corner.
Yep.
You know, these fellas down here at Hall Creek, man, they got it going on. Jeremy and Mark, and it's a great thing they got here, and you know, they watch the birds. They put the time in. They watch the birds, and they can tell you what they're gonna do, but it's up to you to be patient enough to actually harvest one.
Oh yeah. Yep. So it was definitely a fun hunt, and I hadn't been down here. I was down here for a total of 5 hours maybe, and I killed my turkey
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got here, I threw on my camouflage and we hit the woods running. So